Hello, hello, happy Saturday. It's afternoon now. I've been up for quite a while, but just got around to getting ready, and I wanted to show you a few things. It stormed last night, and so we were awakened, I guess, in the middle of the night by a 100-pound golden retriever standing beside our bed, panting and scared for dear life, who jumped in the middle of the bed and slept under my husband's head. He was thrilled about that. But we just got back from reunion, and I wanted to show you, which is our conference that happens every 18 months, but I wanted to show you a few tips, eyeshadow tips that I learned that I've been trying. It's a little bit different than normal, but I have my notes beside me so that I won't forget. The first thing I'm going to do, I have not applied my makeup, is I'm going to apply my primer. So I do use a primer. I go between two. I use either the MAC Paint Pot, or I use the Urban Decay. So this is it. So today I'm going to use the MAC Paint Pot. It does have just a little bit of shimmer, so it works as a perfect base. So I'm just going to put that on all over my lid. I don't know why when we put on makeup we open our mouth. It's so dumb. It's like, keep your mouth closed. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that all over. And then the next shade is your brighten shade. So your brighten shade is going to be a light matte shade. So depending on your skin tone, Cupcake is a good one if you have a really light skin tone. I am going to use a color called Pup. So Pup is another good one, and Kai is another good one. Stay Golden is another good one. So any basically light matte color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush and I'm going to lay my brush into my tin, and I'm just going to swirl it around. And I'm going to press my matte shade from my lashes to under my brow. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other eye. So I'm going to reload my brush. I'm going to swirl it and then press from my lashes to under my brow. So that is your lighten. That is your matte used to brighten your eye. You don't have to prime your eye. You can certainly prime your lid with, not your eye, your lid. You can certainly prime your lid with your highlight color, but I use my primer. Okay, so in between we have a brush cleaning towel. So in between, you're just gonna take your brush, because you're gonna use all the same brush, and you're just gonna clean off your brush in your brush cleaning towel. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is still working on brightening. I'm going to use the smaller end with a shimmer shade, and I'm going to load my brush, and I'm going to press this on the inner corner up to the crease about halfway across. Now, to make it be seen easier, you don't have to use your brush. You can certainly use your finger. I typically use my finger because I think it gives a little more pop. So your brightening shade, shimmer, is next. Now this color is called, what is this? Venus. So inner corner to the center, up to the crease. Okay. Now I'm going to define. So to define your eyelid or your eyes, you're going to use a medium shade. So the shade I'm going to use is called, oh gosh, I think there's a B in here. It's called Bubba. It is a medium brown that most anyone can wear. You can see I use it quite a bit. It's down at the bottom. So instead of doing the typical, and like I said, I learned this, so it's something I'm still learning, the typical windshield wiper motion, I'm going to, once I load my brush, I'm going to take and keep my eye open, and I'm just going to lightly go. So it's going to be right here, basically not in the crease, not above the crease, but on that little fat pad. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush, swirl it around. And using a, I guess a motion going outward, I'm just going to again, this is your medium shade. This shade may be different for everyone. Okay, so then I'm going to clean my brush. The next shade is going to be your darkest shade. This is called your Lift, and it goes on the outer corner. So I'm going to use the shade Pomegranate. I'm going to take the smaller end. So where that goes is basically right here. So the way she did it is she just tapped into it and went boop, just like that. Tapped into it and went boop. And then I'm gonna take the fluffy end, and I think I got a little more on this eye, but not a problem. And I'm just gonna blend all that together, just like so. I'm going to actually put a shade up under my brow. Instead of using the Venus, it's a little dark, I'm going to use Sabrina. I'm just going to tap that under my brow. And then I'm going to go back in to the smaller end and line my under eye. And I don't usually go all the way across. But ideally, you're wanting to tie the bottom and the top together, as you can see. I have not been using eyeliner or eyeshadow on the top. I have only been using that on the bottom. I have been using a black liner to tight line. What that does is, as we age, it gives your lashes, makes your lashes appear thicker. So that is what I do. And this is called Vasanti Waterline. So it is for that. I do wear contacts. It does not seem to bother me on this specific brand. You can use our Black Friday, but because I wear contacts and it does apply with a brush, I have a harder time with that. One other tip that we were shown, which this of course was done after the lady's makeup was on, she took the actual blush lip and cheek shade that she wore that day. So not a gloss, but obviously a matte. And she just put so say for example, I will wear Pink Lemonade, just using that as an example. So I'm going to take, and I'm just going to take my brush and tap into Pink Lemonade And I'm just going to put just a little bit on the outer corner. You cannot really even see it. But what that is going to do is that is going to tie my cheek color and my eyeshadow together. She actually did the makeup for the Rams cheerleaders, so I feel sure she knows what she's talking about. So that is going to be the look for today, and I will show you after I get my makeup on. I'm not going to do all that on here. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. Have a great Saturday.